Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, подписчики. В рамках программы «Месяц родительства» ЮНИСЕФ мы пригласили двух дам и двух мам, получается так. И сегодня мы поговорим о наиболее важных аспектах материнства. У нас в программе Масуми Майхара, специалист по программе питания ЮНИСЕФ, и специалист по коммуникации ЮНИСЕФ Умеда Фазылова. Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. В период пандемии очень сложно женщинам родить в рамках новых условий коронавируса. Какие чувства вы испытали, узнав о беременности? Как сообщили родным о беременности? Было ли страшно, что это случилось именно во время пандемии с вами?
Actually, it was a blessing in disguise because when I learned that I was pregnant, we just started working from home. So I had my husband around. We were just two of us, and we've always wanted to have a child. So we were actually very happy, and of course we had also lots of fear that, you know, what if I got COVID while I'm pregnant, what is the impact on my child. But then luckily I had a very supportive husband who helped me with the household chores, who helped me mentally also whenever I was like emotional with all the hormones. So I must say it was a positive experience.
Как проходила беременность и каково было психологическое ваше состояние на период беременности?
Overall, pregnancy went very smoothly. Like I said, I had a supportive family. I had a very good doctor in the city I was living. But actually, because we always had to stay home, I was mentally affected in the sense that you know, you don't get like sunlight, exposure to sunlight, which is important for like your mood, and also vitamin D, which affects your mood. And also by staying home, you are not getting enough movement, enough physical activity. So that also affected my physical and mental health. So I think, you know, definitely it did have negative impact as well. But again, you know, after finding out that I was like kind of feeling depressed, without exposure to sun and physical activity, we tried to go out a lot. We tried to have like open area to walk around, just me and my husband.
Много времени требовалось для того, чтобы побороть в себе эти страхи, избавиться от фобии, как бы не заболеть ковидом. Сколько времени вы потратили на эту борьбу?
I cannot say like how long, you know, definitely, but then it's a constant fear at the back of your mind. Like it's always there in your head, but then I was always taking precautious measures like washing hands, not being near a lot of people. Basically, we were staying home most of the time, so just tried to be as careful as I could.
Самоизоляция как повлияла на вас и другие члены семьи? В этот период, в период самоизоляции, старались ли помочь вам и как они вели себя? То есть другие члены семьи во время самоизоляции каким способом помогали вам?
I was living with my husband in Indonesia, and my family was in Japan. So the extended family was actually not physically with me. So my extended family was not in the same country with me, but then we of course always talked on the phone. We checked each other out. And actually, I was more concerned about my parents than my parents worried about me, because, you know, COVID affects older generations than younger ones. So not only was I worried about my child, I was also worried about my parents, you know. So I was scared for them. But then, you know, I think we just tried to be positive about the situation. And in terms of support from my husband, He was supportive in any way he could. You know, whenever I had the cravings for chocolate, he would run to the supermarket and buy for me sweet things. He would order food whenever I'm hungry, even like at midnight if I wanted to have, I don't know, hamburger or burgers or something, then he would buy for me. And yeah, he was always there for me when I was pregnant, and yeah, I'm very grateful that I had a very supportive partner.
Понятно. Что было спасением в полном смысле этого слова во время этого заточения, во время самоизоляции? Для некоторых, наверное, чтение, а у некоторых музыка приоритет имеет. У вас что было в приоритете на досуге, вот в 4 стенах во время изоляции? Что было спасением для вас?
One of the things we started doing with my husband was to like explore like new recipes. Yeah. So we used to go out and eat a lot, but because we were no longer allowed to eat outside in restaurants, we started cooking like, you know, vegan cookies or something healthy. And then we tried a lot of baking as well. Also, we got bored with the cooking and we watched lots of movies. And then after some time you get bored with the movies, so we started doing you know, a jigsaw puzzle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, jigsaw puzzles. We bought lots of things from Amazon. Yeah, we really tried to do new things that we never did before the pandemic. Yeah, I guess so.
Все-таки вы заболели ковидом или нет?
As far as I know, I didn't test positive. But then there was one time where I thought I got COVID. So I was breastfeeding my child, and sometimes when the breastfeeding isn't smooth, milk can get stuck in your breast and then you can get very high fever. So that's what I got, and I wasn't sure if it was because of the breastfeeding or because I got COVID. So I was really scared that I might transfer it, or you know, I might infect my baby. But then luckily when I went to the hospital, they tested and it wasn't COVID, and it was because of too much production of milk.
Теперь состояние после рождения ребенка какое было у вас?
So the first few weeks, you are so happy. You feel like you can accept any challenge and any difficulties because you know your hormones are still like giving you that false sense of energy. So the first few weeks are fine. I think after that period, this sleep deprivation and this reality of new life really hit me, and I suddenly started feeling like maybe alone on, you know, in this journey. I was worried about job security. I was worried about, yeah, of course, with the COVID, what's gonna happen, because my husband was not in Japan. So, you know, and then because of all the lockdowns and Japan was not allowing foreigners to come in. So he was not able to come to Japan. So I think loneliness, job security, health concerns, so many things suddenly hit me, and I did have a hard time, you know, keeping my spirit up.
Ну а сейчас, после того, как ребенок родился, сможет ли она дать совет матерям, как бы, вот, как беречь ребенка от COVID в домашних условиях, если родители заболели? Насколько мы знаем, дети очень легко переносят эту болезнь, но все-таки как в домашних условиях беречь ребенка? И можно ли беречь в домашних условиях ребенка, когда папа или мама заражены вирусом?
We we know that children are less affected compared to older population, but we also know that children do get COVID infection. So I think it's important to teach our children and also our family members to protect ourselves. But by doing that, we are also protecting people around us, our loved ones. So 3 key things you can do include, wearing masks when you're outside, and washing hands, with running water and soap for, long enough. I guess it's like 20 seconds.
20 seconds,
yeah?
minimum.
Yes, minimum 20 seconds. And then also avoiding crowded areas with lots of people.
Я считаю, что эти дети, которые родились в период пандемии, они исторические дети, потому что они в столь сложный период как бы продолжители рода человечества, продолжают наш род. Как ребенок себя чувствует сейчас, на данный момент?
Well, she's 3 months old, so she doesn't know all the what's happening in the world. But although we cannot, go out a lot and play, interact with other kids, normally you would go to a park and you can play like with the equipments in the park. So inside the house, we try to give as much love as possible so that she feels secure, she feels entertained, and in the future I hope I don't know if she will remember anything of this time, but I think we're trying to give as much love and safety and fun for our kids.
Спасибо. Arigatou gozaimashita. Arigatou gozaimashita. Ин ташаккури зиёд аст бо забони ҷоҳонӣ. Arigatou gozaimashita это обозначает спасибо огромное на японском языке. Так как Масуми из Японии, я завершаю сегодняшнюю программу этой фразой. Arigatou gozaimashita. До свидания.